Analyzing company is not easy, even for financial professionals. So the financial professionals have capitals, who have resources, they will spend money to buy data from places like Capital IQ or even Bloom Terminus. They spend thousands of dollars. However, for people like you and me who just about investing, you have limited capital, you like to save our capitals to invest in the market instead of spending on all these resources. So we will go to Google Finance, we will do Yahoo Finance. However, the data right there are very limited. And for the charting, the visualizations, you cannot customize it. Good news is you have Gen AI, you have ChatGPT, you have Gemini. All these tools allow us to type in similar prompters and then able to collect data and tabulate it. However, the problem is some of the times there are some hallucinations. So we have to make sure that our prompters would have addressed that. In this video, I'll share with you these tools that we'll be using that help people like you and me, like analyzing companies. Yes, FinChat.io. We have been using this, have been sharing this with our community, and we absolutely love this. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you some of the basic features that you can use in FinChat.io. So let's dive straight into the FinChat.io. All right. So once you go to FinChat.io, you can just simply register an account. It's free to start. All right. So after you go into this, there's few features that you can use. So for example, the dashboard itself, you can start inputting companies that you're interested in, and then you can key in the number of shares. So it's something like your portfolio management tools in a nutshell. And next, for example, you will want to start analyzing the company. So for example, you can just go to companies like NVIDIA. So once you search NVIDIA, you can just click on the company itself. This is where you can have a simple overview of the companies itself. So these are some of the basic features or basic information that you can also find in Google Finance or even Yahoo Finance. One of the things that I like here for feature though is their financial page. So for free users, you can have up to 5 years of data. So you can have their total revenue, percentage of revenue change, the growth itself, their gross profit, operating margins, and even their net income. So for example, you would like to see how fast, into visualization, how fast the company has grown. You can just, for example, select total revenue. You can see that, wow, the chart will just tabulate itself. All right. So you can see that the companies have grown. And for example, you want to see, compare it to your so-called gross profit. All right. So you can see that the total revenue is grown and then gross profit is grown as well. All right. And next, you can also go to, for example, the ratios. All right. So here they also provide some of the key ratios of the companies. For example, their price to sales, this is their valuation ratios, all right, or even market cap. All right. So for example, I'd like to understand like what is the price to sales? We can just click on price to sales. Right. So from here, you can see, maybe I just deselect this. All right, deselect cross. So you can see that, wow, their revenue is growing, their price to sales is growing as well. So from here, I understand, for their price to sales, what is their so-called average? So they go up and down, right? So there's like at times 34 times, they go as low as 10 times, I don't know, their average. So from here, you can just click on this so-called graphing lines, and you can search like the total average line. All right. So you can say, oh, their average price of sales is at 20 times. Or if you like to know their top, so-called max and mean line. So the minimum is like as low as 6 times. The highest point is like 45 times. So this is a very simple visualization tool that you can customize yourself. All right. So even you can go in their segments data, you can find out their data revenues, their gaming revenues. So let's say I just remove these two things again. You can just select in terms of their breakdown of their revenue. All right. You can see their difference breakdown, but you can also make it into a stack bar chart to see what is their main revenue source. Their main revenue source is data centers. All right. And then gaming is still growing. And then next is their professional visualizer revenue. All right. So you can use this in a very simple visualized manner. All right. So this is for the analysis portion. So next, go to charting. So this charting portion is a very good company comparison space. So for example, I've selected companies like HubSpot, Monday.com. So these are all the software companies. And then you can just like key in the companies that you like to search. Okay, you just put in. And then you can compare them with like their stock price, market cap. For example, here, I can just compare them with their EV sales. right? So for example, Microsoft EV sales is at 14 times. All right. And then the purple line is CrowdStrike. All right. So CrowdStrike is at 27 times. All right. So you can in a very simple manner, look at their comparisons, all right, in a chart, right? Of course, this is too many lines. You can just reduce it. So for example, I just reduce it just to compare like maybe CrowdStrike and Buffett. So for example, all right, so maybe just remove, all right. So, okay, maybe HubSpot and Monday.com, all right. Right, so I just compare two companies and maybe three. Right. So here you can very easily see these three companies. Yeah, so-called EV sales. So it's very close. It's at 12 to 14 times. So these three companies, their EV sales is very close, right? So this is the charting portion where we can just compare a few companies in a simple chart. Next, there's a lot of companies out there, like in terms of like in US markets, there's more than like 15, 16,000 companies. So it's impossible for us to go through all the companies. So what we can do right here, you can just do a simple screening. So for example, you can just search for United States and then screening criteria, you can like maybe other than so-called market cap, revenue, operating margin, maybe you like to search for sales. You like your EV sales to be lower than certain numbers. For example, I like my EV sales lower than 20 times, for example. After you key in the numbers, for example, revenue growth, like at least 10%, operating margin at least 20%, market cap between 10 billion to 500 billions, just to so-called narrow down your selections. Once you click run screeners, you will just come up with companies. So for example, Mastercard right now, their EV sales is 70 times. Netflix, their EV sales is like 8 times. Adobe is 10 times. So in a simple table itself, through screening companies, you can have a list of companies that you can like go down further and then select companies that you would like to invest. So some of the things that I find interesting right here is also the earnings calendar itself. So you can easily find what companies that are announcing their earnings. So right now, I'm recording this on the 13th of October 2024. So in a few days' time, TSMC is reporting their earnings. ASML reporting their earnings. So these are the semiconductor companies. All right. And so you ask, hey, all these companies, would I be able to find out ETF? All right. Yes, there's some very basic ETF information right here. So for example, like just now we mentioned about semiconductors, right? So you have this SMH with the semiconductors like ETF. So you can see here the semiconductor ETF, they have like the top 20 holdings shown right here. They have NVIDIA, TSMC, Broadcom, and then in terms of their percentage, how much is percentage. From this simple table, you can see SMH itself. And if you like to compare some of the ETF to the charting, there's a chart right here that you can key to compare. So for example, I want to compare with the top 100 tech companies, QQQ. Right, you can see that the performance difference over the past like maybe 5 years. Like SMH is 43,000 based on 10,000 like initial investment. So it grow 4.3 times. And for QQQ, they grow 2.6 times. So this is a quick visualization to compare two different ETF. Lastly, some of the very interesting ones would be maybe like super investors. So you like to know what are the things that super investor they invested. So for example, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, or even Ray Dalio. These are the people you can find out from here. The long list you can just go up and search. So for example, let's say today I'd like to know about what Bill Gates, their foundations been investing. So for example, part of it, 30% is like Microsoft, Berkshire Hathaway, Waste Management. So these are the places you can find out for the super investor, what are they investing? And another things that I find interesting right here, you can look for is the investor trades. All right. So here you can know what are the insider trading like happened for the past recent days, who are like buying and selling things. So for example, or Qualis, Jumi Kim, all right. So he like the CFO have sold shares. So they show past 5 transactions. So if you like to know a company specific, so for example, Qualis, right? Qualis, all right. So Qualis is a cybersecurity company. And then you would like to know so-called, ownerships. These are the main people right here, the insiders, trades. So the last 5 trades of this company itself, you can see right here. And if you like to know the so-called their latest earnings, you can go to their investor relations. All right. So these are like the transcript you can find from here. So for example, this Q2 2024, their latest transcript on their earnings. Okay, you can read, you can listen. So it's all inside chat by yourself. So you can also read their slides from here. So this is a very simple page that you can find information about company itself. So in our community itself, we have this weekly session called WealthPulse. You'll discuss further in some of the nitty-gritty things of companies, like for example, what is the strength of companies, or what are the key updates of companies. And for example, we talk about NVIDIA, why NVIDIA has an edge compared to the rest of the chip company. And for example, we also talk about maybe we compare Qualys with Fortinet. What are the difference in terms of like cybersecurity or the area of work they have been doing? So if you'd like to know about the things that we talk about, you can just go into the description of this video. There's a link right there. You can click on it and then attend for a month. And then you see whether this is for you. So other than that, if you'd like to go further in this platform itself, there's this called Pilot, which is their AI tools. So these are the AI tools, which is very powerful, but for free users, you only have 10 questions to ask. So for example, I like to ask the latest earnings of Microsoft. All right. So this chatbot itself, you'll do the summarization of their latest earnings. You can see that they will draw data from their transcript, their matrices, and then tabulate, and then summarize in a very simple and easy to read format. So it's so-called a friend of you that like to invest together, and you can discuss among the company's earnings. So you can see that the key financial highlights, the sector performance, they even draw out their earnings calls, their updates of the slide itself, and then you can look at their latest chart compared to different segments. So this is a very quick tools that can help you speed up your analysis process. So from there, you can ask further questions. Right, so this is the FinChat tools that I shared with you today in this video. So if you'd like to have the full access, you can, or even subscribe for it. There's a plus version, there's a pro version. You can click our referral link below. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching this. And then I hope this video could help you in your analysis. And we'll be continue to create all these resources video or how to use all these tools that help us in our investing process. If you like this, subscribe our channels. And if you have any comment to share with us how you use these tools and what other things that you'll be using, please comment below. All right, we will read each and every one. All right, thank you. That's all for this video. We'll see you in the next video.